Another Premier League away game for Spurs and another Premier League away loss. Wolverhampton Wanderers 4, Tottenham Hotspur 2. That was the full-time score today at Molineux. They cut through us like a hot knife going through butter. We were so open at the back. Lily Phillips FC, we were second best for the entire 90 minutes. Wolves were the better team and they deservedly come away with all 3 points. I mean, conceding 4 against Wolves, it's simply embarrassing. But I didn't expect us to get anything today. Not many Spurs fans did. And doesn't it show how far the standards have fallen? The fact that we're heading into away games against teams right at the bottom of the table, such as Wolves, and just expecting us to lose and barely lay a glove on them. You know, this club is an absolute shambles at the minute. It all comes down to Thursday, and I want more than anything for us to go through to the semi-finals. I love this football club, and I want to see us win the Europa League. But today was a taster heading into that game, a chance to build some confidence, get some momentum going before we travel to a ground where fans will be screaming at us for the entire 90 minutes. Show us as fans something to make us believe that we can go to a tough away ground and come away with a result. We go to Wolves, which is a quarter as noisy as Frankfurt will be on Thursday, and that's being generous. And we just get taken apart when the lights are shining bright, when we're away from home. We can't handle it. We've got no bottle about us. I wonder what the manager's excuse is going to be after today. Is it going to be the ball? Is it going to be the fans not giving him the right support? Is it going to be the injuries we've had all season, even though we've pretty much got a fully fit squad now? Or could it even be the rat in the camp? I mean, what are we talking about here? Is this a Sopranos? And are we talking about Adriana? Are we talking about Big Pussy? Or are we talking about Tottenham Hotspur? What made me really get behind this guy at the beginning of last season was the football first and foremost. It was beautiful at the time, but also the fact that he came across humble, he came across relatable, he came across like a mate who you go down the pub, have a pint with and chat and have a natter about the football. Now he's just extremely patronising towards fans. Like he's got this superior knowledge of football. Pipe down, mate. If Antonio Conte came out and said some of the things that Ange has, I'd still be fuming, but you'd also have to respect it a little bit because he's been successful at the highest level. This fella's been successful in Scotland with Celtic. He's been successful in Japan with Yokohama or whoever he managed. And everyone goes, don't slate those leagues. I'm not slating those leagues, but those leagues are all outside the top 20 in the world. His system, his philosophy is not working at the top level. And because he can't deal with that now, he's lashing out and using every excuse under the sun, which he said he wouldn't at the beginning of last season when the grass looked green, when teams still hadn't figured us out. It took about 8 to 10 games. Teams figured us out. We continue playing the same way and we continue getting taken apart. I believe that's 17 losses in the Premier League now. I think it's 21 in all competitions. I mean, the table doesn't lie, and the table has us 15th at the minute. And watching Everton, watching Wolves today, I really wouldn't be surprised if we end up finishing 17th in all honesty. I mean, Ipswich went to Stamford Bridge and put in a better performance than we did when we went there. This club is just an absolute shambles. It really, really is. Look, brilliant start to the game. Aitanuri, it was a good finish. They probably should have made it more in the next 10 minutes. Basuma had a chance. It was well saved by Jose Sarr, but we never really laid a glove on them. You know, they went 1-0 up early. They took a 2-0 lead in the 38th minute. Terrible goalkeeping from Vicario. It's an own goal from Jed Spence. And it looked like it could have been 4 or 5. Probably should have been at half-time. But lucky, we get in at half-time 2-0. We score in the 59th minute. Yes, finally get a chance to get back into this game despite how bad we've been. 64th minute concede. Score in the 85th minute, make it 3-2, maybe, just maybe no. A minute later, Cunha puts the game to bed. Where is the game management there? We've just scored, get ourselves back in the game. 1 goal difference between the two teams. Try and keep the ball just for a minute. Get them a little bit shaky. It's not like we're playing Manchester City away or Liverpool away, you know. We're playing Wolves. These lot have been in a relegation battle. Yeah, they've been on good form recently, but they're Wolves. And we're just heading into this game expecting them to beat us. And then fans will just say stuff like, it doesn't matter, we've got Frankfurt on Thursday, you know? That can't be the excuse for why we played so poorly today, you know? If fans weren't watching today, if fans weren't emotionally invested today because of that, that's understandable. The players and the manager, though, if that's the reason why we put in such bad performance, that is complete and utter nonsense, man. Complete and utter gibberish. It's rubbish. It really, really is rubbish. I mean, you should never, ever head into a game like that as players and professional athletes. And I just thought we were so poor today. We were so poor. Vicario with one of his worst performances in a Spurs shirt. Jed Spence wasn't fantastic either. I thought it was a real chance to build some confidence heading into Thursday. And we've crushed any confidence that we built from the decent performance on Thursday against Frankfurt. We're heading into Thursday's game with less confidence now than we had heading in to this game against Wolves than we had coming out of that first leg. First leg, Frankfurt came away with a better result, but we were the better team. I thought we performed well. Even with our fully fit 11, our best 11 out there, and with the players up for it, are we good enough to beat Frankfurt away at the best of times? I don't know. Let alone coming off a 4-2 loss where we've just went to an away ground that's nowhere near as tough to go to as Frankfurt and got absolutely taken apart. He won't be sacked tonight, the manager. He won't be sacked tomorrow. But look, if I'm going to try and look at things as positively as I can do as a Spurs fan, we win on Thursday, fantastic. All down to the Europa League. We've got a real chance of winning that competition. Hopefully Bodo Glimt in the semi. Wicked. Absolutely awesome. We lose on Thursday, as horrific as it will be, as frustrated as I'll be because of how bad this season is, then surely then the manager's sacked Friday morning and we can finally start looking forward. We can finally start identifying targets, seeing who the next manager's going to be, looking at how things are going to improve instead of just living in limbo, which we have done the last few months as Spurs fans. Look, want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on today's game. Take care of yourselves. Have a smashing rest of your day. And as always, come on you Spurs. Take care, guys. God bless. See you later.